Hi, I'm okay. Life has been changing rapidly. I've been doing my research for 7 years, and I gradually understood that it is the main of my hobby because chess can't bring so much money, especially in my frail physical condition and mental condition. And nature photography is for me. It's a non-paid hobby. I just do it for soothing my mind. And yeah, I think that my RPG cosmopsychism hypothesis is the main thing in my life. And if I was doing the research for 7 years, then maybe someday it will develop into some practical results. And I try not to be waiting in vain. I don't know if if the hypothesis gets finished in my lifetime or not, but it's just nice to learn something new, to study new data, to form new hypotheses and ideas that weren't formed earlier. And it's just interesting for the mind, very puzzling, and I like it. Life is stressful, though. I lived a hard life even earlier. All of my life was very difficult and mentally traumatic. I survived so much that I actually don't want to talk about the past because it's really past. It's over. Present life is stressful too, but I still hope for my hypothesis to be fulfilled. But I don't set it as the main hope in life. I can just live as it is. It's okay to be living my life and trying to do something creative and researchful. It's good in itself. Yeah, I guess I like practical results. Though I seem to do good things, at least I try to do something good. But maybe people require more results from me, but I don't have practical results. But I do what I can and at least passing some game levels and trying not to be on the same level of the game for a too long time. And I think I have to do something more spiritual, and I study Christianity now and go to church, and I like reading Christian books, and I pray a lot. So maybe it will help me in my research too, because my hypothesis is not only scientific but it has a spiritual value, and I must improve myself first for going into a higher level of my RPG. I understand that I am a person with sins and I'm not perfect, and you know yourself that I had a traumatic past. Maybe I was partly guilty in my misfortunes. Maybe people treated me wrong, and maybe both. And my past incarnations were not too good. I try to live my life as it is, and being open, being sincere with the world, it's very important to me. I like to be myself, although actually I'm not the person I was centuries ago, but to tell the truth about my past, it's very important to me, not only as a researcher, but I feel such a relief to talk about it. After being silent for many years about my incarnations, it's nice to tell something that goes from my soul, and that's important to me. The idea of trying to mend my sins and to live a better life, for me, it's crucial. And I think I accept that I had a difficult life, but I suffered not. It was just not without a purpose, but it was my bad karma, and I know that everything I survived in life, it made me the person who I am now. Maybe a little stronger, though I'm still frail. I just understand that it's very important for me to be open with the world. I seek love too. I wish to find real love in the world, but who knows when it will come true. I'm autistic and I never had long-term relationships. Maybe someday I will find my husband, but I don't know when. I don't know, maybe I will go to monastery when I finish my hypothesis, when I finish proving it. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. I've been hesitating because maybe I'm a person with passions and I don't want to be in monastery. Though I'm autistic and I rarely talk in real life, rarely chat, I'm mostly busy in domestic chores, caring for my mom, nature photography, chess, and my research in prayers. So I'm quite busy. Maybe someday I will find friends. I now have good acquaintances. It's important to. I try not to lose touch with the world. Maybe someday I will find a more specialized circle for me, uh, appropriate to my interests. Maybe someday scientists will accept my ideas. But it's just dreams, and life is very stressful. I wish a calm life, and it's not so. Life is very stressful around the world, in my country too, and I think my hypothesis could help it, but then, while the hypothesis is not fully proved, it's just not a theory yet, maybe just an idea, and the core ideas. It's the project is not finished, the scientific project, and I feel that it's not enough to just theoretically prove. It must be practically proved. And the best thing that influences the world is kindness, love, good attitude to people. And another thing is actually practical results of scientific work. It's important. But I think maybe I didn't do enough in the scientific field, but I tried to do enough. And maybe the hypothesis will develop in the future. It can be possible. Because it's in the process of development. Sometimes I make a pause for a year or for 2 years, but then the hypothesis starts developing again. So I can't promise you that it is going to be finished in my lifetime, but it can be developed somehow. It's I don't think that right now it's in the final stage. The chapter is not final, and I think it has some prospects, scientific prospects and social prospects. But right now the cheese is very raw idea that hasn't developed enough. It looks scientifically better than the previous 7 years. It's less dubious, it's more definite, less ambiguous, but still maybe not enough to be a theory. It needs some more proofs. But I try my best. And I soothe myself by photography and chess. I like to take photos of flowers, and I find cosmopsychism science in flowers too. It's actually looks like another research work. And chess is good for my mind. It just makes me focus, and it helps me against depression, and I maybe some of my negative thoughts disappear when I play chess, so it's good. And I soothe myself by flowers. And I try to treat online life more calm, not to think about trolling all the time and that people troll me. And I just want to live my life and just to be a human. Maybe people had some reasons to troll me, but I hope I explained myself enough, and I hope it will calm down, and it's actually must be very serene after I prove my hypothesis. But even now, I try to be a good influence, not a bad influence. It's important for me. As I grow old, I understand that life is. It's not only about revealing your true self. It's about being kind to others. And my life taught me that being kind is very important, because people weren't always kind to me, and I think I'm rather a mentally fragile person, and I like when people are kind to me, and I have to be kind myself first. And I'm sorry if I said something maybe too honest, but I think my situation obliges me to be honest with the world, and I just had to say everything that I said in my blog. Thanks for attention. Goodbye.